The sun is out in the Bay of Plenty. It's highlights from round 3 of the D1NZ D1NZ Pro-Am Development Series, ASB Bay Park in Tauranga, where the Pro-Am Series title fight saw a big shake-up amongst the front runners. It's the second half of the concrete tour right here on Oversteer TV. Yes, that's right, the Club Auto Insurance Concrete Bash continued for the second custom course of the season, the very popular ASB Bay Park circuit hosting round 3 yet again for the 2014-15 season, and it was Ben Wilkinson who took pole position over Adam Davies, who again continues consistent form for the series title. Quinton Watatini takes out third place from Ben Jenkins, and series newcomer Purnell Callahan rounding out the top 5. Taking a look at the top 4 for Bay Park, and as mentioned, it was a huge shake-up for the championship with all the front runners knocked out early in the top 16, leaving the likes of series rookie Purnell Callahan to make moves into his first ever top 4, taking the lead over Stuart Baker. In the second pass, it was Stuart Baker in the Nissan S13 leading out from Purnell in the 2JZ-powered R32 Skyline. Callahan would claim the win, moving on to his first ever final.
He's got to close that gap up now. Both cars transition nicely as they go into sector 3. Stu Baker on the gas. Purnell Callahan, though, closed up the gap there, Kenny. Put your hand.
On the other side of the table, it was Quinton Watatini and Gagan Singh looking to make their move into the battle for first and second. Gagan Singh giving chase in the Joe's Mechanical R32 Skyline. Quinton pulling a leading gap in his A31 Zafiro.
A little bit shallow there from Quinton Watatini. Didn't quite transition as nicely as he should have, but he has created a bit of a gap, but that's because of the shallowness through section 2 there. So the judges will mark him down for that.
In the second pass, it was very much role reversal for these drivers, with both cars putting on similar passes.
Got to reel him in. They can sit out wide there. He's on a nice midline there. So far, Quinton Watatini's got to reel him in. And they go into section number 3 there. Reasonable run here out front from Gagan Singh. I think he might have done enough here to separate himself from Quinton Watatini.
With the judges' call 50-50, this saw the pair go head-to-head once again in an OMT rerun. Quinton Watatini taking the lead, Gagan Singh with a closer chase second time round.
And there we go, there's 2 wheels off the track there. We're going to need to go to a replay, I think. Quinton Watatini with a big mistake there. Was that 1 wheel or was that 2, Kenny? It looked a lot like 2 for me.
With a big mistake at the end of Sector 1, Quinton Watatini had to claw back a lot in his second pass. Gagan Singh holding on to a big advantage in the lead. While chasing the best he could, it wasn't enough for Watatini. Gagan Singh progressing through to the final with Purnell Callahan. This saw Watatini line up against Stuart Baker for the third place showdown. Quinton's Nissan A31 Zafiro in the lead, Baker chasing hard in the Nissan S13.
Closes up onto him. Transitioning nicely there is Quinton Watatini. Stu Baker fell back a little bit. Watatini was out wide on the wall there. Stu Baker was a bit shallow. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
With a slight advantage to Stuart Baker, Quinton Watatini had one more lap to claim a podium finish. Stuart Baker, though, putting on another strong lead in the S13.
Up into section number 2. Watatini closes up onto the back of Stu Baker. Quinton Watatini doing a fantastic job this weekend. Certainly chasing well.
In the end, it was one minor correction that separated the two. Stuart Baker taking the win in third place at round 3. The final battle of the weekend saw a pair of 3-litre turbos fighting for the top spot. Purnell Callahan in the Pengu-themed 2JZ Turbo R32 Skyline up against Gagan Singh, who was hunting him down in the Joe's Mechanical RB30 R32 Coupe. Purnell would hold the advantage in the first pass. Gagan Singh with a lot to make up for after making too many corrections in the chase.
Gagan has the lead. Purnell comes in hot behind him. Gagan creates a bit of a gap out front here. This is sort of a replay of that first battle, Kenny, where we see the front driver just driving away. Purnell Callahan needs to close up here. Maybe he thinks he's got an advantage. Untidy transition there from Purnell. That was a bit missy. Gagan's driven away.
Once again, it was another case of role reversal. Gagan Singh with a dominating lead, which brought the points 50-50. The pair back on the grid for another OMT.
We're into the final. Purnell Callahan, Gagan Singh one more time. Through they go, through turn 1, out into turn 2. Purnell on the lead, Gagan on the chase.
Both drivers turned the pressure up the second time round. In the end, it all came down to one final pass. Purnell Callaghan keeping a clean, consistent chase to take the win, his first ever victory in the Pro-Am Development Series. So it was Purnell Callaghan taking the round honours in his debut season, with Gagan Singh taking second place from Stuart Baker, Quinton Waratini with a solid weekend coming home in fourth, Ben Wilkinson securing fifth place after taking out pole position in qualifying. And there we see some of the top championship frontrunners: Adam Davies in 6th, Troy Jenkins in 8th, and Joel Patterson 13th for the round, but it hasn't affected the championship points table at the pointy end. Troy Jenkins still holding on to first place with 247 from Adam Davies on 235, Hedges in third with 232, and Patterson on 231, and Purnell Callaghan finds himself inside the top 5 after his round 3 win. The series title race is shaping up to be close, if not closer than the Pro Championship, and you can catch more highlights coming your way right here on oversteertv.co.nz.